Hello and welcome to Physics Kadab. Now next is let us do addition of factors. So there is a rule called triangle rule of addition. What is 10? If two vectors are represented in magnitude and direction by the two sides of triangle taken in the same order, then their resultant is represented in magnitude and direction by the third side of the triangle taken in the opposite order. So what it mentioned that this is vector number A, say for example A, it is starting from tail and it is going to meet another vector in terms of tail and head. That means same order. First tail, then head. Order is same, right? So the third vector gives its resultant and that should be order should be opposite. That means here it is meeting head to head, not head to tail. If you see here order how it works again this is tail and this is head of vector AB, or simply we can say A vector. So this is head, it is meeting tail, but here head meets head, right? So it is the opposite order, therefore this AD gives us it's a vector solution. That means AC bar plus CD bar is equal to AD bar. Just if head to head meet, you just use equal sign. If there is a head to tail, so that means plus. That means it is a plus. That is plus. There is one more understanding. Head to head meeting, for that negative sign used, but we will understand this later, right? Don't worry as of now. As of now, what you do? Just A, B vector if head to tail meets, so plus CD vector if head to head meets equal AD vector, right? So this is triangle rule of addition. Let us understand with more detail with steps. So what it says, step number 1, suppose there are two vectors are given AB and CD are given. So tail of one vector, right? Tail of one vector coincide with the head of other. So you just need to uh, redraw this. Say for example AB it is mentioned here and you just move this CD vector such that this is the head and tail of the next vector should be on the head of the first vector, and this angle of CD should not change, it remains same, theta, it should be theta. You cannot change angle, right? Do not change angle of this. So ultimately what it gives, AB, this vector AB plus this vector CD is equal to resultant AB, right? What? True. First A to B, then CD vector, so it becomes C to D. Then join join this tail with the head. Join this tail with the head. So this AD gives a resultant of this two vector, right? So this new vector, it is the sum of two vectors. First, what we need to do, we just need to replace this vector such that CD, just you need to move this here. So this becomes CD and this the joint tail with this head, the direction of head. So this AD gives resultant. AD gives resultant. Very simple. It is very simple. Let us have an example based on this. Three vectors A, B, B, C, and C are presented by three sides of triangle as shown in the figure. Show that AB plus BC plus C is 0. We don't know. Let's see. So from the triangle of law, what we understand, say for example, if it is meeting head with the tail, right? So whenever there is this condition, so what we use? We use AB. Say for example, this is A, this is B, this is C. So what we use? This is C, right? So here AB plus BC from the rule of triangle. And then we know that from the rule of triangle, there is a, if you join this tail with the head of this, so that becomes, you just need to sign AC. If you see here, there is an opposite sign. AB is okay, but C is opposite. Just if I just want to reverse this sign, so what it should be? AC in terms of, it should be negative. It should be negative, right? It should be negative side. So here, what we see here, AB plus BC, AB plus BC, in the terms of opposite side, if we take, then become AC. AC, if we take the same side, then it becomes AC, and we need to reverse this direction as per triangle law. This direction should be head, should mix on the opposite side. So just to negative, what we require, we just need a negative vector multiplied by minus. So AC is equal to minus CA. Opposite vector is equal to minus. So just convert this into direction, opposite direction. It is there. Put the value here. Put the value here. AB plus BC is equal to minus CA. CA is an opposite side, so it becomes this is the side. It's very simple. See, AC and CA both are different thing, right? If you see AC, that means it is starting from A and heading towards C. This is C and this is A. If you write CA, that means it is starting from C and head is A. See, remember this. It is going to be very useful for you, how it to be constructed. Now, example question number 1, that is, you try it yourself. This is your homework problem. So find the net displacement of a particle from its starting point. It is undergoes two successive displacement. S1 20 meter 37 north of west. So we can say north of west 37, somewhat about this angle 37 north of east, and this magnitude you can take 20, and then west S2 is equal to 50 north of east, north of east in this direction. In this direction, the angle is somewhat about 53, and this is something about 50. Solve this by yourself. This is your homework problem, right? Text me your answer in the comment box. Second is find the magnitude B, the direction of resultant A, if B makes angle 37 and C makes angle 53 degree with x-axis, and A has magnitude is equal to 10. Wow. And C has 5. C has 5. So another question it is there. What is mentioned here? B makes angle 37. C makes angle 53 with A. B makes angle 37. C makes 57 with A. And magnitudes are given for A and C 5. Yeah, comment me your answer. This is your homework problem, and comment me answer. If you don't get the answer, let me know. I can solve. I will solve it. Right? But I think you can do it. You can do it. Question number 3. A boy moves 5 meters south, then 3 meters in the direction of 30 degree of north. Find the resultant displacement using graph. So these 3 examples you solve. Remember that unsolved example, if you solve, then it boosts confidence, and the correct answer brings happiness. So text me correct answer. By just watching this video or maybe someone else's video, it never work. You have to try, you have to do it by yourself, then only it is possible. Now next is another law, polygon. Polygon, that you understand that more than one side is having polygon. So it is just an extension of the previous law, which is a triangle law. So here, if A and B are given A and B are given here. So join, this is A vector, join tail of next vector, and this gives what it gives, resultant. It gives A bar plus B bar. It gives A bar plus B bar. Now, next is what? Join C vector from this ending with the same direction, C vector. So this gives A plus B plus C vector. And then what next? D. Join this D. Join this D. Very simple, isn't it? D. Then it gives A bar plus B bar plus C bar. So this is polygon, nothing else. This is polygon, nothing else. This is the join A with B with C with D, and this resultant gives the final resultant of all the forces, final resultant of all the forces. Very simple. You should use the graphical method. This is the method, very simple method it is there. And this last vector, it gives us a resultant vector. So ultimately P is equal to A plus B, B plus C, right? Whatever you just change, answer is similar, right? So it is also known as associative law. That means rearranging of position. You can see A plus B or B plus A plus C plus D, whatever you arrange, right? Answer remains similar. There isn't any change in the answer. So you also understand this term associative law. It says that rearranging of the parentheses in an expression will not change the result. There isn't any change of result if we change its a position. You can write here B plus A plus B plus C. It remains similar. Even though I can have, this is A direction, then I can have C direction, then I can have D direction, and the last I can have P direction. Then this also resultant will be same. There isn't any change. If you change its position, right, there isn't any worry about it. But you have to always consider that head should meet tail. HT, that you have to remember. Head should meet tail. Otherwise, there will be a wrong answer. Parallelogram, it is a very easy task, the vector. So this is your homework problem. Buddy, you solve it. Determine the resultant of F1, F2, F3. What is mentioned here? F1 is 800 Newton. So what do you do? Like that, like the series here, may not be visible. So F1, take magnitude. F1 take is equal to 8 centimeter with the angle similar 40 degree. Fine. Then what you do? You can take this 12 centimeter in this direction. F3, or you can take F2 also, and then take this 100, right? That means 10 centimeter. This was 12 centimeter, and this is your resultant. This is your resultant. Head should match head. Head and head connection gives us resultant. So solve and comment me. In the addition of vector, there is a one more law that is known as parallelogram law of addition. What it stands? If the two vectors are presented in magnitude and direction by two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point, then their resultant is presented in magnitude and direction by the diagonal of a parallelogram passing through that point. What it stands that, suppose this is vector number A and this is vector number B are presented in terms of parallelogram. So this shape is known as parallelogram, and the B, it is equally drawn here in this case, and A, the distance, this is distance is equal to A, right? And this R from O to P, that is known as diagonal. That is known as diagonal. So the diagonal, it gives A bar plus B bar. It gives resultant. It gives resultant, and this beta gives us angle with respect to A. So this is something about flow of parallelogram. Let us understand with more detail with the steps. You understand that. So this law, it is used for adding like two vectors, and it is also extension of triangle law. So what is step? First, it is just draw A and B in such case that here tail should meet with the tail. There is some difference, right? Tail should connect with the tail, and then draw a parallelogram. So this line is parallel to B bar, this line is parallel to A bar, and that gives us a parallelogram. Then join this diagonal AC, join this diagonal AC, join this diagonal AC. Right, all heads are meeting here, all heads are meeting. So this AC gives us resultant. AC gives us resultant. Very simple. So AC is equal to A bar plus B bar, or you can say B bar plus A bar. That is commutative law. That means order is not important. You can have B plus A is equal to A plus B. In algebra also the similar rule is applicable. Then the angle between two vector is the angle between their positive direction. See, we need to take positive direction. We cannot take it's a negative direction of AB. That angle must be with the positive direction. We cannot take direction negative in this case. And another statement, not to a vector, only a vector of the similar type can be added. Different types of vector cannot be added. You have to remember that part. The same physical quantity that has to be added, and the result are also a similar quantity. A similar physical quantity can only be added. If there is a force, then force plus force can be added. If there is a force plus you talk about displacement, force plus displacement cannot be added. Right? Similar. Rule is very simple. It is known to everyone. Let us see parallelogram of law. Let us assume that theta, it is the angle of between A and B, and the A bar and B bar are, you can say, vector, right? So we know that simple. If we extend this line, draw a vertical line and give name B, and this is B, give E name. So that AD, that is our distance, AD, it is a triangle, and here it is 90-degree angle. AD, this is E. So from the Pythagoras, can we say AD square is equal to A square plus D, or you can say DE square? Yes, of course we can. Of course we can. There isn't any issue with this. Then this AE, this is AE. Can I say AE is equal to AB plus BE? Yeah, of course we can. There isn't any issue. Why not? Yes, you should. Then we have this distance AB. AB, this is our vector A. This is our vector A, and the opposite side, if you just go with this distance. So see this vector, it is a B bar. This vector is a B bar. So can we derive B from the law of triangle? What it says that? Cos theta is equal to nearer side divided by its hypotenuse. So it is B bar. So BE is equal to B cos theta. Similar here, this is A. So then become A. We may write bar if you want to. Then B bar cos theta. This is B bar cos theta. Similar, we need a DE component. So what happened? If one is sin theta, other should be cos theta, or one is cos theta, other should be sin theta. So it becomes B bar cos theta. Simple trigonometry, already studied this bar, and this line becomes B bar. theta, and this is not correct. Correct it. This becomes V bar sine theta. Great, great. So this is DE from that, right? From that, we just use a trigonometry for that. Next is AD. So just expanding this, A square plus 2AB cos theta plus B square cos square theta. So this is expansion of this bracket, and this is B square sine square theta. Let's rearrange this. Can you write this A square plus this B square cos theta? So we can take B as a common. B square is equal to sine square theta plus cos theta. What is this? What is this? 1. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. It is well known. So that become A square plus B square is equal to plus 2AB cos theta, and therefore AD resultant is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So this equation you have to remember when you use parallelogram law of addition. An angle of, if you just wanted to have this angle with respect to A, so we know that the opposite side, or you can say perpendicular side, divided by nearer side. So it becomes B sine theta. B sine theta, D is equal to B sine theta, and A is equal to A plus B cos theta. So this gives us angle with respect to vector A, right? So that we need to understand. This is very simple theorem. Here R become maximum. When R become maximum, theta it become maximum. So maximum theta is possible 1. So at that time, when you take 1, so A square plus B square plus 2AB is equal to A plus B square, and therefore R is equal to A plus B. When it happened, right? When it happened, right? Theta is equal to theta is equal to 0. So that means both vectors are having in the same direction. Both the vectors are in the having similar direction. Then only this thing can happen. So theta is equal to 0, and R can be minimum. So minus 1. Opposite can be there. Opposite can be there. A minus B. Or sometimes you can take cos theta is equal to 0 also. You can take. So A square plus B square in the root. And when there is a 90-degree angle, this happens. 90-degree angle, this happens. So let's move in the another part. Here the two equations are given, right? If A bar is equal to B bar, that means if both the vectors are having equal vectors, and the angle is theta. So can you prove this with the use of trigonometry, right? And if it is 90 minus theta, we will see what is 90 minus theta. Just wait. But you prove this too, and comment me your solution. That's our example. So example, it is there two vectors of 10 unit and 5 units make an angle 120 degree with each other. Find the magnitude and angle of resultant. So we know that given data A is equal to 10, B is equal to 5, theta is equal to 120 degree. Put equation here. R A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. The put value, this A is 10, B is 5, and theta is 120. So R is equal to 5 root 3. And angle of resultant vector alpha, equation we know alpha is equal to B sine theta divided by A plus B cos theta. So that gives us the resultant angle of that solution. Very simple. Alpha is 30 degree. Now let's understand subtraction of vectors. And the parallelogram law of subtraction is useful here. In the previous case we studied, this is a vector A, a vector B and a smaller angle in between, that is known as theta, right? An outer angle that cannot be considered as a angle of vector. So inner angle only is required to consider. Now, when we consider here A minus B, if we need here our solution A minus B, that means it's a case of subtraction. We just need to change the direction of vector, one of the vector. Let us change the direction of B. That means it become a negative vector. That means it become a negative vector. And then we need its angle. We need its angle. This angle we require. This angle we require. How to calculate this angle? We already studied so many times that opposite angles are equal, and this total angle, it is 180. Therefore, that internal angle become 100 minus this theta. Right. So here that internal angle become 100 minus theta. Now it's a problem is solved. Now there is nothing. So angle between A bar and minus B bar will be 180 minus theta, that we already seen here. And now we have equation resultant is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. But here theta is 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta become minus cos theta. It becomes minus cos theta. So this is final equation. When A minus B, this value should be a negative one. Similar angle, if you wanted to have angle alpha with respect to A bar, so that become B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. But theta here it is 180 minus theta. Put the value here. Sin 180 minus theta becomes sin theta, and cos 180 minus theta become minus cos theta. So this is the equation of a resultant with respect to A, and similarly resultant with respect to B, that means beta. This angle, it is A sin theta, B minus A cos theta. It is like that. I think it is very simple and understood. Now let us take an example. Here it is two vectors of equal magnitude. Two are at an angle 60 degree to each other. Find magnitude of their sum and differences. So A and B both are having magnitude 2. Angle is theta 60 degree. So we know that equation. A bar plus B bar is equal to under root, right, A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This is the resultant vector. Let us put A is equal to 2, B is equal to 2, and theta is equal to 60. So cos theta cos 60 is 1/2. So answer is A plus B is 2 root 3. And similar for A minus B. Only change is reported here. This become minus. A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. Put the value, resultant become 2. Resultant become 2. Let's have another example. Example number 6. Find A plus B and A minus B in the diagram shown in the figure. Given A is equal to 4, B is equal to 3. So data is given, theta is 60 degree is given. Very simple. We just need to put basic equation A bar plus B bar, that is resultant. Under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Put the values here and answer is 37. Answer is 37. Very simple. And the tan alpha, if we need angle of resultant with respect to a, so that become alpha b sin theta divided by a plus b cos theta. Put the values here. So tan alpha is equal to 0.472 and then it becomes 25.3 degrees. Similar here, a minus b, the change is here a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. Put the values here. So that becomes 13. That becomes 13. And tan alpha is equal to b sin theta divided by a minus b cos theta. Put the values here and you will get tan alpha is equal to 1.04 and alpha is equal to 14.1 degree. It is very simple. We are not spending much time on that because these examples are directly based on direct equation. You just need to remember this equation. Resultant, nothing else. Example number 7. The following pair of forces act on a particle at an angle, this is theta, which can have any value a 2n and 3n, b 3n and 4n, c 2n and 6n, and d 3n and 8n. And the resultant of which pair cannot have a magnitude 4 Newton. That means the resultant should not have magnitude 4 Newton. Out of this pair, if pair A number is there, it is having 2 and 3, the resultant should not be right 4 anyway. So how to find this? Let's have a solution. We need here R, resultant maximum value and resultant minimum value. We need a resultant maximum value and resultant minimum value. So we can find the entire range of the resultant product. We already know that R max is equal to A plus B, R min is equal to A minus B. That we already know. So case number 1, 2n and 3n if we need here. So R minimum is equal to, that is a mode of A, mode of B. Similar here, mode of A, mode of B. And that become 1. So minimum value of R for the case number that become 1 and maximum value that become 5. If we check 1 and 5, so yes, 1 is less than 4, less than 5. That means 4 is in between. 4 is in between this solution. And it is mentioned here the resultant of which pair cannot have magnitude of 4 Newton. So here 4 is possible, answer 4 is possible, and therefore case number 1 is not a solution. Similar case number 2, 1 is 2 Newton is given, A, B is equal to 3 Newton is given. Similar, we can find A minus B, 0 Newton, A plus B, 6 Newton. Is 4 in between 0 and 6? Yes, so this is not a correct answer. Then, case number 3, R minimum is equal to, this is the case, 2 Newton, R maximum is equal to 10 Newton. So yes, it is in between. 2 less than 4 less than 10, that means 4 is in between 2 and 10. This is also not a correct answer. Let's check for the case number 4, 3 Newton and 8 Newton. R minimum is equal to A bar minus B bar. That means 8 minus 3, 5 Newton. R maximum is equal to A bar plus B bar. 8 plus 3 is equal to 8 Newton. Let's have example number 7. What is mentioned here? The following pairs of forces acts on a particle at an angle theta, which can have any value. So there are 4 options are given. The value can be 2n and free end, and likewise B, C, D are given. The resultant of which pair cannot have a magnitude of 4 Newton? See here, it is given like that, having two vectors A and B are having some angle theta, and theta is unknown, right? A bar, B bar, and it is having some kind of magnitude. Let's change color. It is having resultant. It is like that, right? So this resultant should not have 4 Newton, right? Since theta is not given, so therefore we need to consider R as a maximum value or minimum value to just find out the range of the entire R. So what is the equation of R? That is R is equal to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This is our equation. This is our equation, right? So we know that when theta is equal to 0, cos theta is 1. That means R is equal to A plus B, that gives us maximum. And similar, when theta is equal to 90 degree, cos theta become 0. And for the negative part, opposite part, that should be theta is equal to 180 degree. That means cos theta become minus 1, and ultimately you can get minus. So R mean we can get A minus B. And we already studied this part, so we are not spending much of the time in this calculation how we got this. So let's check where the values R maximum is equal to A plus B and R minimum is equal to A minus B. So to find the entire range, for the first case, case number 1, where it is mentioned 2 Newton and 3 Newton. So we know that that is the value of A, that is the value of B, and for the minimum value A minus B, that means 1 Newton. So R can have 1 Newton, and the maximum value R can have 5 Newton. So R can have in between 1 to 5 of this range, and can we say 4 falls in between 1 to 5? If 4 is in between, that means what is mentioned here? The resultant of which pair cannot have a magnitude of 4 Newton. So resultant, definitely it is having 4 Newton at some angle. So first result is incorrect. That case number 1 is not correct one. So let's check case number 2. What is mentioned? A is 3, B is 3. So A minus B is equal to 0 Newton and maximum is 6 Newton. So values of ranging from 0 to 6 and 4 is definitely in between. 4 is definitely in between. So this answer is also not correct. Let's check case number 3. So A is 2 Newton, B is 6 Newton, minimum will be 2 Newton, maximum is 10 Newton. So yes, suppose R can have 4 because it is in between maximum and minimum value. So this answer is also incorrect. Let's have case number 4. A is 3, B is 8, A minus B 5 Newton and maximum 11 Newton. So therefore 4 is outside of 5 and 11, and therefore this become our correct answer. So answer number D is correct one. Example number 8. What is mentioned here? The magnitude of the resultant of two vectors. So here we consider vector number A, vector number B. What is mentioned? Both the magnitudes are equal. That means, say for example, it is having A magnitude and the B is also having A magnitude. Right? So both are having A magnitude is equal to the magnitude of either vector. That means it is a resultant magnitude is also having similar vector, similar, and that also become A. At what angle? Find the angle between the two vectors. Right. So we know that equation resultant is equal to under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Here it is mentioned a is equal to b. So let's take a, as well as resultant is also a. So let's put the data. R is equal to a square is itself a, b square become a square, 2ab become 2aa, that means 2a square cos theta. You can write here a is equal to under root 2a square plus 2a square cos theta. We can take a square is equal to 2a square plus 2a square cos theta. We can send this side, opposite side. What become? A square minus 2a square is equal to minus a square. Can we cancel this a square? Of course. And therefore cos theta become minus 1/2. If it is minus, then which angle? Which quadrant is required? Tell me. Second, the correct answer, yeah. So theta become 120 degrees. So at the angle of 120, say for example, this is here and another is A. This is B vector. Both are having similar magnitude. Angle is 120. So that resultant is also equal to magnitude A. Is also equal to magnitude A. So at 120 degree, all three vectors means two original vectors and its resultant all are having equal magnitude at 120 degree. Example number 9, if A plus B, mod A plus B is equal to mod A minus B, the angle between vector AB is, what is the angle between this vector? So we know that A plus B mod A plus B is equal to root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. And for A minus B, here it is minus, so put it minus here, A minus B, A square plus B square is equal A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. So here given A plus B is equal to A minus B, it is given. Put the values here and let's remove square power, or simply when we say both the equations are equal, that means this portion should be equal, and ultimately cos theta must be equal to minus cos theta. When it happen? When cos theta both are 0. Otherwise, both are not equal for any other degree. It should be 0. Right. And when it becomes 0, when theta become 90 degree. When theta become 90 degree, then it become 0. Now you should pause the video and solve this question. Question number 5, two vectors A is equal to 2, B is 5 are at an angle 60 degree to each other. Find the magnitude of their sum and differences. Similar examples we already solved. You can have A plus B equation and as well as A minus B equation that we already know. Under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta, and here for that just become minus 2AB cos theta. Very simple. You solve this and comment in the section your answer. Second is find the resultant of two vectors. A is 4, B is 3, and from the figure, right? From the figure. So we need internal angle. You need internal angle. What should be internal angle? You know that 100 minus 60 minus 30. I think this hint is sufficient for you. Solve this.